Um, Obviously, a tough loss when you go to 7 games. When we were up 3-1, obviously they ended up. The right lane was a little trickier, and we didn't bowl very good game 5, and then game 6. We could have played a little bit better there. We had a couple of open frames in game 6, and Brooklyn got a double in the 10th and forced Maple to pick up a 3-10, and she made it. And I knew that they were going to flip us over to the right lane. And, I could have made a ball change 1 frame sooner for Maggie. I didn't switch until I blind changed there in the 8th frame, and she struck. So that made a little bit of difference. But, I would just say it's tip of cap at Vanderbilt. They came back down 3-1 and, made a 3-10 in a key spot, and that's just the way it goes.
Brooklyn, talk about coming into tonight and kind of the season, reflecting back now. I know it's hard to do right at this moment, but reflect back on the wonderful season that you guys have had, both you and Emma, so far.
Yeah, so despite the ending there, I'm really proud of this team and how we really came together towards the end of the year. Like we've said in the past interviews, we had a rough start to the season. And as we approached postseason, we really started working together more, bonded a lot more as a team, and we had a great win-loss record the last month, and I couldn't be more proud of this group of girls. It just didn't go our way at the end.
I think that we had a really good season regardless of the outcome. It really does suck right now, but I'm still proud of all of us. We did a really good job regardless of what happened.
Emma, Brooklyn, for both of you, just talk about now what this team has meant to you, what it will mean to you, and what you'll carry from this.
This team really means a lot to me, being my last year here. We fought really hard, and I really love all of them. So I wish the ones that are staying the best of luck next year, and I hope that they can get it done next year.
Yeah, this team means a lot to me as well. We were both on the second place team a couple years ago, and here we are again. But, this group of girls, it's really something special despite the outcome, and I couldn't be more proud, and they mean the world to me.
I guess for all 3 of y'all, just talk about the experience of coming here to Vegas and get into the championship game and what it was like for you guys.
Obviously, Mike Moniak and his staff. I know that Mike's not doesn't run this place anymore, but he's who built it, and he's still used as a consultant. This is probably considered one of the couple of meccas of bowling, and so it was a great experience. And being the first national championship in Las Vegas, and obviously it's a great city for types of championships, and for bowling it's one of the best cities in the world for us. It has so many tournaments across the year or whatever, or during the year, and it's one of those things where like I said, hopefully they can come back here one day.
For all 3 of you, at the end of practice, as the match started, it seemed like you were quite to the deep inside part of the lane. Was that something that had been strategized beforehand? Was that something that you saw in practice? What went into your decision makings early? You talked a little about the transition later on, but coming out of the gate, where what led to your choices?
We played in the entire weekend. So we were pretty much close to the same spot we were the entire weekend. I thought that the front part of the lane hooked more, obviously, because of the TV light. So I tried some. We actually threw some different balls to start the match, and then I went back to some of the balls that we had used during the week, and we just moved to actually a little bit further left. Emma actually threw a different ball than she had thrown the entire week because of the front part of the lane hooking a little bit more. And but we really didn't do much different from kind of what we did during the week from a standpoint of where we were trying to hit down lane and playing inside. Our team's got a pretty high rev rate, especially, Carly, Maggie, Brooklyn are on the higher rev rate side. Faith and Emma are in the medium rev rate side. And they're very good at playing in and tight because they know that they're going to have to play there. And so a lot of times for us, that's an advantage for us, and it makes the lanes difficult for the opponent and different for us, different for them. And I felt like it was probably the right strategy. I would just say that we just didn't get it done.
Brooklyn and Emma, a lot has been made this week, as this is the first NCAA championship to come to Las Vegas, and that it being a female sport. What does that mean to you, and what will you take away from that experience with it being really a landmark championship for the NCAA?
Yeah, so this was definitely a great experience having that opportunity and knowing that it's the first championship ever in Vegas. We had a really good week here. We enjoyed our time together, and we had a really great experience.
I'm really proud of this team for making it this far, and I think this will be really good for female sports in the future, so I'm really proud to be a part of that.
Thank you.